Hi, hello guys. Okay, today I've been doing some research about how successful people do their things differently, and I've come about with some useful points to talk about. So make sure that you stick around so that you can get the information. So most people think that these successful people have this secrets that ordinary people don't know, but actually what successful people always know or always have in mind is they plan their time well. So as I've come up with this particular topic, majorly is to focus on how they utilize their time, how they plan their time, how they plan their day in, day out activities. So the first point is that these successful people, they usually wake up with a purpose. Each and every morning they wake up, they don't just wake up and say, oh, today what am I going to do today. Like, they don't just wake up unplanned, but actually what I have studied and I've come about and some evidence is that these people usually have a plan, maybe a diary that I guide them, that makes them to like to have their day properly planned. So that's the first thing that most of these people they do, of which some of us don't know. But it's not that is magic. It's something ordinary, but it needs a little bit of attention so that it can be followed. So the second thing, they protect their most important hours. Successful people, they like, for someone to be that successful, he needs at least a lot of time, maybe, to think about the things that he does, because there's a lot of things that we engage that are minor things. So these minor things, if we have a successful person, okay, if we put like an average person with a successful person for one day, of which is 24 hours, you'll find that this person, actually this ordinary or the average person, will, like, at least he doesn't know the productive time, he doesn't know the productive hours that he has. So these successful people always know the important hours. They know that there's a time to learn, there's time to read, there's time to solve problems, watch podcast, like watch educative podcast. That's how they beat the average people, because they know, okay, this time, like when I wake up, like when a successful person wake up maybe at 3 or let's say 5 a.m., he knows that first thing I'll do, I'll at least try to wake up my body, like to have an exercise, to do this, like maybe a morning run. Then afterwards he comes and think of his the day, he meditates, he thinks critically about the solutions to the problem that maybe he identified the day or some weeks ago. So guys, as I was saying, these successful people knows they are productive and their most important hours in a day. So there's this thing that, okay, they take their time at least to think or work towards their goals. These people have plans, these people have goals to achieve at the end of the day. So they know at this particular hour and at this particular moment, I need to be here, I need to be doing this and this. So the third point is that they do things that they don't feel like. At times, ordinary, like an average person, will always feel like, no, today I can't wake up at 4 a.m. I can't read even this book, I can't read even, I like, maybe before he was motivated at times, then he decided, now from today I'm going to do this and this and this, and he actually put himself in a plan, and and organize maybe a plan for his or for a diary for his activities. But at times you find these activities become very hard to be done. So this an average person, you know what he will choose to, like, no, you know what, is not necessary, I can even leave it, I can even, no, it doesn't matter. And he start weighing things. Should I go, should I not go? But a successful person, maybe someone that is successful, even they can tell, you hear stories from online and from social medias about how they usually push themselves. They just try to do something that it feels like, no, I can't do this, but they try to do those things. They try to, like, to pursue whatever they are doing, even if it feels boring. So we must always learn how to do things even if we don't feel like doing so. So the fourth point we are going to talk about is they learn every day. Successful people actually learns every day. You know why? Because these people, they usually listen to productive content. They usually read books, they study, and even they study their industries. They always put and focus their mind in finding more information, because they don't want to be founded offside, or they don't want to be founded in a way that they don't know what next. They always come up with critical questions in their mind, of which they need to find answers to. They usually identify problems, and of which those problems they need to solve them at the end of the day. So these people always learn how to do this thing each and every day. Like, as you can see, an ordinary or an average person will always wait till he's motivated so that he can do the things that he's planning, or so that he can learn, so that he can read those 3 or 4 books. But for a successful person, this guy actually will always learn. He will always have that schedule of his or her that he will be following each and every day. So being with such mentality of, like, learning each and every day help us to become where we want to become on the top. So that's the main thing. The main thing is they read every day, or they learn every day. So the fifth thing is they don't let their gadgets or phones decide their day. For an ordinary or for an average person, you'll find that most of them usually wake up first thing after maybe setting his or her alarm. They will wake up, then engages themselves in their phones, maybe social media, browsing here and there. So by doing so, you'll find that they are letting their gadgets, like phones and laptops, decide their day. But for successful people, they don't let their phones to definitely decide their day. At times, these people always have their limits. They set their time, they set their phones in a way that when it reaches this time and this, like, I heard a story of a very successful person who was once in UK, but he went in Dubai, called Iman Gadiz. So this guy, he actually was saying that his phone is set in a way that when he flips it the other way around, like upside down, like this, there's no notification, nothing that will happen, not unless himself checks it. So at that point, it means that this person knows how to control his gadget or his phone when he's at work. Because at that particular moment, you don't tell me that this guy actually he will be working, then engages himself in the phone. So then for a successful person, you need to have this mindset that you don't let anything around you decide your day. So the sixth thing is they exercise and take care of their body each and every day. You know, for most of the people that are really successful and has been very successful in the process, you can check their habits. These people always go to the gym, at least they always jog, at least they always look for their diet. That's the most important thing. They don't just eat or dump things in their stomach. They check on their diet each and every day. So for a successful person, if you're intending and if you are that focused, you need to always check on your health, check on your exercises, check on your work, on your exercise routines, and even check on your meals. That's the most important thing. Don't let yourself to be in a shape that you don't like or you're not feeling comfortable of, because first thing, when you have a good health, then you'll enjoy your wealth in a peaceful way. So this improves you. It improves when you do this exercise. It improves your body. It makes you focus. It gives you energy. Like, you feel like you are very complete at times, and sometimes you feel that you're confident, because when you have that perfect physique that you always want, you feel confident in front of anybody or in front of people. So let us always try to practice these habits. So we have another habit, of which is they spend time thinking and meditating. Most important thing, because if you don't think, actually you will not find the whys in your life. Like, why should I do this? Why do I want to become so rich? Why do I need this and this? So if you don't have the whys in your mind, or if you don't have the why mentality, then I don't think if there's anything that can actually you can grow, because you need those why should I do this, why should I do this. So these successful people always take time to think and meditate. When you meditate, like, it's very composed. You take your time, you think of each and every situation around you. You think of how about why should I do this? Why today? Why should I wake up at 4 a.m. today? Why should I go and hit the gym today? So these things, this why, and this thinking and meditating actually gives you a reason to wake up each and every day. So the 8th point you're going to talk about, they plan their next day. Like, successful people, they don't just wake up and like, okay, tomorrow is another day, tomorrow is maybe on a Monday, so you're just there watching the day ends and waiting for another day. That's not how successful people do. They usually plan the day ahead. They know from tomorrow, from this time and this time, I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to have maybe a meeting. I'm going to talk about this and this. I'm going to implement such this and this. I'm going to execute these ideas. Like, they usually have this particular thing of a prepared mind. So the fifth and the last point you're going to talk about, that successful people understand that success is at times boring. At some point you find that you need to do things that actually it feels like, no, it's not adding up. But if you want to become that successful, or if you want to emulate these successful people, you need to do these things that it feels, no, you need to do some things repeatedly. You need to learn each and every day. Maybe if you're working on something that you need to perfect on it, actually you need to repeat it. And repeating something, it feels like it's very uncomfortable and very boring, because at points you feel like you've already got it but not yet. But you need to repeat each and every day. For a successful mindset, you should know that in the process you'll have things that actually will not be that enjoyable. You will not enjoy the process, but the more the process is hard, the more the process it feel boring, know that at least you are working on something that you want it to become that perfect. Doing the same thing, doing the same important thing daily, actually it feels boring, but that's some steps ahead. You're making steps, you're making at least some moves. So for like, if you do this thing, if you learn these things each and every day, you find that at the end of the day you'll be much focused, you'll be much entitled to what you need to do. So the last as we conclude this particular video, you should know that the biggest difference between highly successful people and everyone else is not that they have 30 hours in a day. They have the same 24 hours as you and me. Like you and me, we have the same 24 hours. And the person, even that the richest person in this world, he has the same 24 hours. Not 30, not 40, not even 26, but 24. The difference is that they choose to do with those hours. The difference is these people always choose to do with this and this. Like your hours, your 24 hours, what are you doing it with it? What are you doing them with it? So you need actually to choose what you're doing with your hours. You don't need to completely change your life tomorrow. This definitely, you don't need to completely change your life tomorrow, but start with that one habit. Wake up with a purpose, protect your time, learn something, do the work even when you don't feel like, when you feel like it's boring. Just continue doing that. Continue doing that work, because that's a process, and the process actually is sometimes very bitter. So because your future is being created by what you repeatedly do each and every single day. That is definitely a very, very, very good point to take at home. Your future is built by what you do repeatedly. Each and every day, what you do repeatedly, that's what your future is like. You're accounting for your future. The things that you do each and every day is like accounting for your future. So let us take this thing, let us practice these things, and let us move forward each and every day.